I know you could play, bro. I just know you can't because you're not healthy. Get healthy, please. Get healthy. Don't worry about Stephen A. I ain't the enemy. I'm rooting for you, my brother.
It's not a big deal. It's something that Lonzo got to get over the hurdle and go ahead and get this stuff fixed and do it. But if he's out for a week, he's out for a week. Oh, he's out for 6 months. Oh, why y'all keeping track of it? Just let him do whatever he does to get back to where he need to be and go ahead and do his thing.
We have breaking news involving Lonzo Ball, ZO2, the Chino Hills prodigy. Listen, Stephen A. Smith took his sweet time today to discuss Lonzo Ball after news came out that he has been shooting, jumping, even doing some running. But the reports came out that he hasn't been sprinting yet. And Stephen A. Smith and a lot of people are blowing this up to a magnitude that we've never seen. But clearly, when you read these reports that Billy Donovan stated, clearly in fine print, ladies and gentlemen, so I don't want to get people mixed and screwed with all of this politicking. It says that Lonzo Ball has no setbacks. You understand? And I'm going to break down a whole lot of things, so everybody just need to pump the brakes. But clearly the situation, Lonzo Ball being out 2 years, this is not a happy-go-lucky time period, ladies and gentlemen. This is very unfortunate, very stressful, very just aggravating, to be honest with you. I can only imagine what Lonzo Ball is dealing with personally, even for the team. We even heard him say on numerous occasions, how this team was built around him, and the fact that he's not able to really push this team forward, I know it's hurtful. Now, Stephen A. Smith was tripping out today. I want to break down some things because he said some reports from Billy Donovan that he said that this is the reports from Billy Donovan. He said that I don't know if he's stuck. He is doing some shooting, some running, some jumping. He hasn't done any sprinting yet that I know. They talked about that sprinting, and that was kind of a goal, a set point. I don't think the one thing that has been a priority right now, so he does not get set back. He needs to develop more strength in his leg before having him run. Pardon me. It says because of him having that surgery and being off his leg so long before he's really able to ramp up. I don't think they want him. Pardon me. I think they want him to get to a place physically that relates to his quad strength, hamstring strength before he starts to really do that. So it's crazy. He says, I don't want to say it's a holdup, but that's where they want to get him in terms of what he's doing. He feels better. So clearly, when you read these reports from Billy Donovan, is optimism here. But, at the end of the day, when you're discussing being out 2 years, the Bulls continuing to reel, even though they trying to hang in there, but their back is against the wall. People ain't so patient. You understand? Now, Stephen A., we all know they got into, I would never say it was some kind of, words or anything. There is no beef or anything like that, but they had some words, somewhat. And basically, he said that Lonzo couldn't get up from a sitting position, and that prompted Lonzo to exhibit that. Him and Stephen A. went back and forth. Clearly, Stephen A. Smith knows what he's doing when he mentions Lonzo Ball. You understand? I think he figured that out right away. Not only did Stephen A. Smith put out a standalone video after he put out his Stephen A. Smith show, but the first name, on this show was Lonzo Ball. You understand? So clearly, he wanted to plaster Lonzo today, to push his program forward, But I do want to say that Stephen A. Smith, he didn't bury Lonzo Ball. You understand? At the end of the day, this is disgusting news if you are clamoring for Lonzo to get back because you want him back. Um, I'm not jumping, I'm not jumping out the window right now because clearly the fine print says there is no setback. You understand? And as you thoroughly read, this is what Stephen A. Smith didn't do. He didn't get into what all Billy Donovan said. And that's what I just broke down for you, ladies and gentlemen. All that. This is why we got to be very cautious. You understand? When we listening to these people discuss things that, they acting like they got all of the information. You understand? And, Stephen A. Smith, he knows what he's doing mentioning Lonzo. That's all I can really tell you. He brought up LaMelo. He brought up LeVar Ball. You understand? They let it be known that he has no problems with LeVar. He applauds him. We're going to break down what he said about LeVar. Make sure you hit the like button and you most definitely hit the subscribe button. It's Flight Sports TV. There's so much going on right now involving Lonzo. It's crazy. They like Billy Donovan said here also in fine print that sprinting was a mark for them. You understand? And I did hear reports that the sprinting was supposed to take place in January. What I've noticed when Lonzo is he has been around Chicago a lot. And he's been around. He's speaking to the media. He's doing this, he's doing that. I believe that they moving in the right direction. You understand? Gotta get that leg straightened, right? You don't want to rush Lonzo Ball back. You understand? He's not playing this season. And I heard Stephen A. Smith. That's why I said he said a lot in this video because in one part of the video he said that he wasn't supposed to be sprinting to January, and then midway through some of his talking points with Lonzo, he put out, you were supposed to be back in January. Like, see, that's why this is, and then most people who are not familiar with what's going on with Lonzo, they listen to what he just said, that Lonzo was supposed to be back he was never supposed to be back in January, ladies and gentlemen. All accounts was Lonzo would be out indefinitely. As soon as the season started this year, reports said Lonzo would not be playing this season. They put it to bed right away. So that way it will be no speculation of, oh, when's he this, when's that? He's out for the rest of the season. You understand? And so that's just was a head scratching point for me. But like what he did say was when Lonzo Ball is there, the Bulls are so much better with Zach LaVine, DeMar. They need Lonzo. These guys are not the same without him. But at the end of the day, Lonzo not being able to sprint is not the end of the world for me, because I know that he's getting to that right place to when he ramps it up. He ramps it up. You don't want to ramp it up and then have to slow down, so it is what it is. Chicago does owe Lonzo Ball $21.4 million for the 2024-25 season, the final season of the 4-year, $80 million contract. And he only played 35 games as a Bull. So it's going to be interesting to see how this works out. We all know Lonzo was becoming an elite two-way player, hitting that three ball solid for these guys. We're going to break it all down, y'all. Make sure you hit the like button and most definitely hit the subscribe button. We got breaking news involving Lonzo Ball, the ZO2, the Chino Hills prodigy. Peace and love.